Hello everyone and welcome to the final instalment of Keeping Up with the NWSL. This is the last episode of this little mini-series I've had going on following the Challenge Cup tournament in Utah. I've really enjoyed making these. It's been really fun. Obviously I've been a fan of the NWSL since last season, so it's been nice to sort of talk about other teams. As much as I love Liverpool, it's nice to be able to show that, you know, we can talk about all different teams on this channel. But yeah, the Challenge Cup final was on Sunday and it was Houston Dash 2, Chicago Red Stars 0. I think I mentioned in my semi-final review last week that it was a bit of like a surprise to sort of see Houston versus Chicago in this final. Obviously Chicago got to the final last season against North Carolina Courage and obviously lost then. And they obviously didn't have the best of tournaments. You know, they were seventh, I think they finished, seventh, and then they didn't really get off to a good start. They had like a good few games in between, but then obviously with it being like quarterfinals and semis, like knockout rounds, they overcame that challenge there. Same goes for Houston. I think they haven't really done very well in the last couple of seasons, and it's been like a sort of an ongoing joke of the same old Dash, like that's what everyone says. But yeah, they proved in this tournament just how good they actually are. They had a decent tournament, so yeah. Credit to them for getting to the final. It was the first meeting between these two teams in a final, and Houston got off to a really good start, the best possible start they could have asked for. It's Christy Mewis who's driving into the penalty area from the left-hand side. I'm not sure which defender it is who pulls her back, but a really rookie mistake. You can clearly see she tugs on her shirt there. And Mewis goes down into the penalty right on the 4th minute. And yeah, I thought Rachel Daly might have stepped up to take this. Obviously being captain, I don't know how they work it, but obviously they've picked the best player, and it was Sophie Schmidt who took the penalty for Houston. And yeah, it started at home, sent Alyssa Nair the wrong way, I think, and yeah, Dash were 1-0 up within 5 minutes of kick-off. They then had another opportunity a couple of minutes later. I think it was maybe in the 6th or 7th minute, and it's Prince who gets past the defender on the right hand side, and she's trying to pick out for Solly, I think, who's at the back post. I think if that ball's whipped right across the 6-yard box with loads of pace, she might have been able to touch it in, but yeah, I think there's a bit too much on it, and it goes up and out for a goal kicking. But yeah, it just shows Houston straight from the first whistle. They were up and they were ready for this game, and they put Chicago under some real pressure within the opening 10-15 minutes. Chicago then had their first opportunity on the 13th minute. It was St. George who was on the left hand side, whipped in a great cross, loads of pace on it. Jane Campbell comes out off a line, opts to punch it, which I thought, when I first watched the replays of it, I was like, why she punched that there? But then she probably thought she maybe couldn't catch it because it came in with that much pace. She's just obviously just trying to clear it straight away. But she just punches it into the ground, and it bounces back up, and Savannah McCaskill's right there. She goes to head it, but it hits the post, and Houston are able to clear. Originally I thought Campbell had recovered really well and saved it, but watching the replays this morning, it hits the post, and yeah, it was unfortunate for McCaskill, but you know, Chicago's showing signs there in the 13th minute that even though they are 1-0 down, give them any opportunity like that, and you know, they are able to take it. Unfortunately they couldn't get the goal this time, but yeah, they can really put you under pressure and get into some dangerous areas. Those were the only real chances of the first half, and Houston going at half-time 1-0 up, and you know, still another 45 minutes for Chicago to try and get something back into this game, or for Houston to double their lead. It was Houston who had the first opportunity of the second half, and it comes from a corner, and it's Katie Norton who tries to get one against her former team, but it's headed right at Alyssa Nair. and she's able to knock it over the bar for a corner. But yeah, straight from the get-go, Houston are putting Chicago under pressure again. Rachel Daly then has her first opportunity of the game on the 72nd minute, and it's her and Prince combining well down the right hand side. Prince picks out Daly with the cross into the box. But yeah, I think it just sort of hits her. It's that weird, like she doesn't really get any connection on the ball, and it just sort of hits and it goes out, and you can see the frustration out from her, because that was a really, really good opportunity for Houston to double their lead there. And I think if it was 2-0 on 72 minutes, I think Houston probably would have felt a little bit more calmer and more comfortable. But yeah, she just can't get a good placement on the ball, and it's still 1-0 at this point. 10 minutes to go, Houston are holding on for dear life. Every time they were winning possession back, one thing I noticed when I was watching it was they were just kicking it straight back up the field, and it was going back into possession for Chicago. And there was a couple of players like Daly, and I think a few people on the sideline were sort of saying, like, try and keep hold of the ball, like keep hold of possession, don't just kick it up the field, because Houston basically had 10 people back, 11 people back at this point, just trying to defend for their life. In Chicago, at one point Alyssa Nair takes a free kick on in the final third, because they were really going for it. But then credit to Houston, they didn't give up, and Daly finds herself in possession on the halfway line. Shea Groom makes the run, and Daly does a perfect through ball for her. Shea Groom rounds Alyssa Nair, who's come off a line to try and put it off, rounds the keeper, and then just slots it into the back of the net. At first I was like, oh, maybe she's offside there, and obviously they don't have like VAR and all that type of stuff. It just goes off the ref and the other officials. But from watching the replay, she's well onside, and it's a great goal for Houston, a great goal for Shea Groom, and you just knew, it was the first minute of added time. You just knew that was it. Houston had won the cup, and yeah, credit to them. This is Houston's first ever NWSL trophy win. I'm not sure how it goes down, because there could potentially still be more games this season. No one really knows, but I think obviously they walk away with the trophy. Before this tournament, they had never played in a knockout game. They'd never played, in a playoffs, in a final. So this was huge for them, and it was their first championship in the club's history. And yeah, just really happy for them, because they've had such a good tournament, and they do deserve it. They've shown that they do have the players, and they have the the coaches and the staff to really put on some good performances. And obviously, I think over maybe a long season, it's a lot more difficult, especially with teams like North Carolina. Same can be said for the likes of Washington and the Sky Blue. You never know how they would have been playing so far if the NWSL season had gone ahead. So obviously in a tournament, in a knockout tournament, it's a lot different. Teams play a lot different, but Houston do have some really good players in their squad, and it just proves that they can go on and win things, and they're not the same old Dash anymore as what everyone goes on about. So yeah, I mean, they definitely celebrated the right way. I'll put a picture somewhere. It's one of my favourite pictures of the night of just Christy Mewis just holding so much beer, because I think it was on another player's Instagram story. It might have been Houston's, and she said the words of, "I never win anything, so let me have the moment." And yeah, I think that was the one thing for a lot of them players last night, especially those who have been at Houston for a long time. They do never win anything, and that's not me being funny. It's just, you have to compete with so many good teams. So yeah, they really celebrated well last night, and yeah, they thoroughly deserve it in my opinion. I'm gonna do my player of the tournament now, and I've gone with Houston Dash's Shea Groom. 3 goals in this tournament. She's tied at the top of, I think Rachel Daly got the accolades for that, but Rachel Daly and Lynn Williams were all level with 3 goals. But I think just all the games she's played in this tournament, she's put 100% effort in every single time, and she scored some really good goals as well, and some really key and crucial goals, like that one last night sealed the win. Last night is Monday. Sealed the win for Houston, and yeah, she's bounced around the league for a while now. Obviously, I think she used to play for Kansas City, and obviously they're no longer a team, so she's bounced around between teams, and she's finally found herself, you know, at Houston. And yeah, she's just been really good this tournament, and yeah, she'd be my pick of player of the tournament, definitely. But yeah, that's the final video, over and done with. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Houston's performance, about their whole tournament as a whole. And thank you so much for keeping up with me throughout this tournament, and hopefully I get the opportunity to do it again in the future. You never know, the NWSL season there might still be another competition, you never know with them. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. I might do another video actually on the best 11 of the tournament, because I don't think too many people are happy with that. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that video in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon with a new video.